I'm going to be showing you a corrective exercise program for rounded shoulder, arms falling forward, and the core vein syndrome. So we're going to begin with inhibiting, which is self-myofascial release. The three that I'm going to show you for self-myofascial release is the levator scapula, the thoracic spine, and your pec, major and minor. So for the thoracic spine, we're going to lay on the foam roller. You're going to roll back and forth till you find tension. And you're going to hold it for 30 seconds. So you'll be in this position. And then after 30 seconds, we can move on to a different exercise. I'm going to show you the levator scapula. So what you want to do is bring your chin, if you're going to be doing self-myofascial release on the right side, bring your chin to your left towards your shoulder. You're going to grab the theracane, you're going to press down on a tender spot, and you're just going to hold till tension releases. Usually just 30 seconds. Okay, this is for the levator scapula. For the pec minor major, you're going to grab this side of the theracane. You're going to find tender spot on your pec. You're just going to press in and try to release the other arm so there's not tension because you're using your pec when you hold it. So just release it, relax it, and then you can press and hold for 30. Okay, after inhibiting, I will show you now the three lengthening exercises for your levator scapula, how to stretch it, as well as your upper trap, and then opposition, which is for your hand. I'll show you that one, your opposition. So the core vein syndrome is just tendinosis of a sheath that runs over the abductor pollicis longus and the extensor, pollicis brevis. So it runs through, so it's painful doing this motion. So we need to stretch it, so you just bring the thumb and the pinky together, hold this position for 30 seconds, that helps stretch it. Now for the levator scapula, you're bringing your chin to your shoulder to stretch the opposite side. You're gonna just press just a little bit of tension on there, just hold for 30 seconds. For the upper trapezius, for the right side, you're just going to tilt your head to side, ear to shoulder, and you're just going to put a little bit of pressure on your head, press down, and hold this for 30 seconds. And you want to repeat these exercises on both sides for the levator and the upper trapezius. Now the next is we're going to be activating. So the activation that I'm going to show you now is for your hands for the core vein syndrome, which you put a rubber band over your hand, and you're going to extend your fingers for 2 seconds. You're going to do a 4-2-2 tempo, hold for 2, and then eccentrically contract for 4. You're going to repeat this, 1, 2, hold for 2, and back for 4. Great. This will be a good exercise to strengthen your hand for the core vein syndrome. Now the next exercise that we're going to do is, let me look at my notes, I forgot, prone shoulder external rotation on the ball. So we don't have weights, but just imagine a patient with weights. You're gonna lay on the ball prone, and he's going to externally rotate, perfect, for the shoulders, for the external rotators. And you're just going to repeat this position. Do 1 set of 10 reps. After this, we're going to do a push-up plus, which helps to activate the serratus anterior. So you're going to begin on the floor. You're going to do a push-up into a push-up position, and it's called plus because you're going to roll up almost like a cat. And so this will help activate the serratus anterior. Is a really good isolated strengthening exercise for it. Okay, so after we have done isolated strengthening, now we're going to move into dynamic exercises, and the first one I'm going to show you is squat to row. So the TheraBand is on the ground. The athlete or the patient will start in a squatting position, and then will come up to a row. Correct. And so this, it'll continue to this, and making sure that their knees don't go in. We know this is more an upper body exercise, but we don't want any knee injury as well. So they will repeat this, so stand up and then row. Next exercise will be a single arm row to arrow position. So we need to move the TheraBand up to kind of the same height as your shoulder. Okay, so patient will begin with arm starting straight forward ahead of him, and then and legs far apart. That's correct. Then you can begin. Sorry. Bring it back. So it's almost like you're pulling on an arrow. Okay. So, and just making sure you hold for 2 and back eccentric retraction. 4. Excellent. And the last exercise we will do is ball squat with overhead press. So we're going to grab the ball and put it against the wall, and then start in a squat position, and then press up. So we'll find this wall, and we don't have dumbbells, I'm so sorry, but just please pretend he has dumbbells in his hands. So you will squat up and then press, and then come back down, and then back to squatting position. And then you'll come back up. Yeah, so there we go. Shoulder press, perfect. And then you can come back down, perfect. Good tempo, nice and slow. So this is the corrective exercise program for rounded shoulders, arms falling forward, and the Corrective syndrome. Thank you.